I cannot stand Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomers. You know those guys at locals that hit you with the stereotypes week in and week out? The guy's been playing this game for like 15 years, never topped the regional. Kinda smells like a little bit like a wet cat. They always seem to draw from the top of their deck with those weird fingerless gloves like, who activated my trap card? I miss when this game took skill. Now it's about who spends the most money. The old common pay-to-win argument. You want to talk about pay-to-win? Do you know how expensive Yu-Gi-Oh! Was back in the day? The only reason you remember it so vividly is because of the deck you played and the people around you all had these garbage tier, blue eyes, no tribute required decks that just did nothing. It's like, I'm playing Furin Kazan for fun. Maybe this white hole's randomly gonna trigger this game and be wild. Do you know how expensive Mirror Force was back in the day on release? $40 or something. Ryza, like a $30, $40 card. Same with like Cyber Dragon, Gemini Elf, Zaborg, Solemn Judgment. Basically just kind of staple generic cards you could play in your meta decks like 10, 15 years ago. We're all pretty expensive, and if you convert them around today's, you probably get about the same price. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pay to play. It's not pay to win. That's a whole other video topic by itself, by the way. How much is my Blue Eyes at home? Do you want my Duel Master cards from my childhood? This one is so adorable. You have those ex-boomer players like, yeah, back in my day, I used to wipe the floor with the kids in my local. I was the best duelist. Oh, what deck did you play? Dark Magician 59 card pile. Then they always have like this weird collection from like 15 years ago, but there's never anything good in there. Not quite like the guy who turned the Black Lotus into like a car tire. Can you rate this for me? And you just pick it up and it's just like nasty old like dusty tin that like creases everywhere. Maybe a giant soldier of stone. Stonks. GOAT format is the best format in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. There's nothing worse than GOAT supremacists. I don't know what it is, but specifically when it comes to old legacy formats, no other community seems to have this problem. 2014 legacy players are just pretty chill, you know. I like to play some Infernity, some Dragons. Dragon Ruler Mirror players, they're a little bit of aggressive, but, you know, for the most part, they're kind of cool. Necros Mirror players, like, they're fine. But for some reason, when it comes to legacy formats, there's no community as shit tier as GOAT supremacists. Like, don't get me wrong, I love GOAT format. I actually really enjoy it. It's actually really, really cool. But I can't deal with the people who parrot this as some kind of like 17-head interdimensional freaking 19-head chess. Like, the format isn't that skillful, bro. Man pulls off a Pro Storm for like 3 back row like one time and he thinks he's some kind of freaking Stephen Hawking. I miss priority, JD. I too miss when activated cards couldn't be responded to. Summon Blackluster Soldier? Bottomless? The priority banish your monster. What? Bruh, how do you miss that? Do you know how unfair and ludicrous that useless game mechanic was? Just unban everything. I don't know if they've spent too long watching the Joker, but these like wannabe chaotic neutral weird boys who think that, let's just like remove the entire ban list, think it's like gonna be some crazy fun epic format. Like, no, it's not. It's gonna be like Orcus with like 10 hand traps and a bunch of broken cards that they're just gonna like use turn 1 to like confiscate your hand and Forceful Sentry your Nibiru. Like, we had the traditional tournament. It really wasn't that enjoyable. No Synchro, no Xyz, no Link, no Pendulum. The absolute classic dueling network room online. Yeah, they think that, you know, I want to play some old fun deck, and there's like no Xyz, no Links. You know what you do? Sign up with pure Mystic Mindburn. Maybe even like Monarch Erupt Draco. Yeah, I'll see how much fun you're gonna have then without your extra deck monsters. No Xyz, no Pendulum, no Link. And more like no Chromosomes. A few years ago, an older player who kept losing his games read an opponent's card and then proclaimed, "Why do Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards have so many effects now? It's ridiculous." The card he was reading was Fire Fist Bear. Bro, this card is just so many words. Now, to be fair, like, it's kind of true. I mean, you guys, Master Endymion, that card is the longest card text in the entire game currently. If you think that's bad though, bro, let me show you Pre-Errata Relinquished. This monster can take on the attack and defense of one opponent's monster on the field. A face down monster results in the attack and defense being 0. You ever read Rhoda? Move one warrior from your deck to your hand. See, this version of Rota is really good because it plays around Mistake. Like, you see, Mistake stops adding, whereas this Rota moves. Thanks for watching, everyone. Check the social media links in the description. Follow my Twitchy channel. And until next time, don't be a boomer. Adios!